See that we have, is it Andreas Lang?
Andreas. Yep.
Andreas,
Morning.
um, welcome. And, Mr. Lang, are you the applicant owner on this? Or applicant or
I'm the architect.
architect? Got it. All right. Great, welcome. Are you expecting anyone else, Mr. Lang, to join us before we get started here today?
No, I'm the only one for the project.
Yeah. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get into it then. I need to read through our hearing script. This will basically just go over the procedure for the hearing and then we'll get started. So this is the April 9th, 2025 session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. My name is David Sturkey. Again, I'm the zoning hearing examiner. The case before us today is case number ZH20250025. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer refuted evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent first present the applicant's case. Mr. Lang, that'll be your opportunity to tell me about the project. What exactly it is you're proposing here, the zoning relief that is necessary for you to complete the project, and then why you think that zoning relief is appropriate and why it should be approved. If there were anyone here from the public, they'd then have an opportunity to speak after you presented your case. I'll hear from Wes Menzel from the planning department to add any testimony that he would like. We'll then go back to you. You can respond to anything that Wes has said, any questions that I've had, and then make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. In the event of any technical difficulties, I will do my best to troubleshoot those issues on the fly, but to the extent there's a defect that prevents us from me fully going forward with this hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. All right, last thing I need to do is just swear in all of our witnesses. So, Mr. Lang, if you could take yourself off of mute, need you to raise your right hand and to answer out loud. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I
Yes.
do.
Okay,
Yes.
great. All right, Mr. Lang, are you ready to proceed?
I am. Would you like me to share slides or just give a
Sure.
verbal description?
It's completely up to you. I'm pretty liberal about how you want to orient your presentation. Really, just however you think you can best communicate the information to me. It's fine.
Okay. It's best if I share, so I appreciate that. We like to work with illustrations.
Sure, that makes sense.
This project that we're discussing is the addition of an accessory structure in a side yard. And the property is 41. I don't know if you guys can see that. Property is 4157 and 4155 Apple Street. So this is kind of where it sits. It's right next to the flats that were put in about a year and a half ago. Here's a proposed site plan, which shows the two properties. They are two separate parcels with the same owner. The lot consolidation, I believe, has been filed and it's cleared with the recorder. So the intent is to make this one property. It's used as a single family residence. This side yard is currently, there's no buildings on it. Once upon a time, there was a building here that was very similar, but it has been basically grass for a long time. The owner wants to build this garage for their off-street parking and use with a surface patio in the back. So it's 2-car garage, concrete paving in front. A new curb cut will be needed on Long Apple Street, which avoids this fire hydrant, which is just on the property line here. But other than that, it seems like a pretty straightforward application through DOTE if this structure is allowed. This is not in compliance with the current zoning code because current zoning code requires accessory structures in the rear yard. Putting it back there would create quite a long driveway, and the owner doesn't want to give up that much yard space, basically. And they think a better placement would be closer to the street, still allowing a couple of spaces for off-street parking. We've developed a couple elevations to try to keep in character with the neighborhood, including staying within the height restrictions. So this is just a garage. There's no accessory dwelling unit proposed. Pretty straightforward. We prepared some elevations of all the sides and the materials being used. Again, trying to trying to be economical, kind of a simple structure, and then on the front, decorate it with a little bit of an overhang and awning, so it's not just your most basic garage. In the end, this is a nice little series of row houses along here, and we kind of want to respect that. So we're not going to be out in the plane of those buildings, but just back a little bit. And then just a quick Photoshop version of what that proposal is. The client also, the owner also wants to upgrade some of the fencing and landscaping in the front to continue these old iron fencing. So it really, the intent is to really fit in with the neighborhood while providing this utility to the owner.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Could you tell me what's the total square feet of the structure and the height of the structure?
The average height is, I think, 15 feet total square feet. On my plan here. 23 by 20, so it's about, hold on, let me get you. Unless I have that listed somewhere else.
Staff. I'm seeing
Oh.
480, I think, square
Yeah,
feet.
it's about 400.
Okay.
It's, yeah, 480 square feet. You're right.
Got it. Okay. And we need the variance here today just because it's on the side, but how far set back from the front property line is it?
It's back 31 feet from the property line in the front yard.
Anything else you want to tell me right now about the project?
No, that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, great. Mr. Wenzel, anything you want to add?
Good morning. No, I don't have anything else to add to the discussion.
Okay, great. Mr. Lang, anything else in closing or otherwise?
No, nothing else to add.
Okay. I've had a chance to review the application materials here, and the staff report. I live in Northside. I walk past this property often. I did the approvals on the property right next door, the multifamily, and so I'm very familiar with this area. And I think it would be impractical to strictly enforce the zoning code to this application. So again, based on all of that and the testimony here today, I am going to approve the application. Need to formalize that approval in a written decision. I mentioned at the beginning, I think I mentioned that typically takes about 2 weeks. I'll do whatever I can to get that to you as quickly as I can. I have a queue of cases from the past couple of weeks that I need to get through before I can write this decision. But as soon as I finish that, I put into a PDF and I'll email it to you and to Wes. Once Wes sees that email, you can approve the zoning permitting on his end, and then you all can take the next steps. Any questions about any of that?
No, that sounds great. Thank you for your really informed review of this. I appreciate folks in the neighborhood and understanding the context too.
Yeah, I totally do. And I appreciate the row of row homes there, but I think just abutting that surface parking lot and that larger structure, it's sort of a gradual break from that row. And I think it fits well. And again, living in Northside, there are a lot of, I think I'm familiar with several different properties that are set up this way with garages next door to the houses on the actual side instead of the rear. I also respect the fact that they want to minimize the amount of paved impervious surface and keep some of that green space as well. So yeah, if
The owners would be very happy.
Great. Okay, well, if you'd like a status update on the decision, just reach out to me. Otherwise, look for an email in the next couple of weeks. And I think that's it. Have a great day, everyone.